この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
Hello and good day, this is Crusisythe, and welcome to my first ever toy review video. Starting from the anime series of King of Braves, 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐝𝐢𝐭𝐬, I'll be reviewing the high-grade Choryujin. Now, when you open the box, you will notice that it comes with 3 manuals. One for Hyoryu, one for 𝐿EVARE, and one for Choryujin. Also, it's pretty much obvious that Hyoryu and 𝐿EVARE are both built almost the same way. Only the difference are the headpiece, chest piece, and the color of the two. Oh, and also the backpack, I forgot to mention. And here is Hyoryu and 𝐿EVARE. Like I said, almost identical build. And surprisingly, it has some unique ways to build compared to the other Gun Plus that I have built before. Also, one of the good part about the kit is when you want to disassemble it, it's easy. Other than that, it's a solid kit that makes you want to buy another one if you want to pose both Hyoryu, 𝐿EVARE, and Choryujin at the same time. Now, holding the guns doesn't seem an issue to them, but the moment they use the backpack weapon, that is where they start toppling down due to the weapon's weight, or rather their center of gravity is being affected. And with that, let's go to their articulation. And that's the articulation for Hyoryu and 𝐿EVARE. It has the standard modern articulation of Plamo nowadays, despite being so small. Usually on other plastic model kits, when the kits are small or not the priority, they would just give it minimum articulation. But this one, they give it some nice articulation, so it can do some dynamic posing if you wanted to. But sadly, there is only one set of hands for this unit. The typical square hole hands of Bandai Plamos. And with that, let's go to their transformation mode, or rather, system change. And in the anime, they always appear as vehicle first, then transforming into a mecha. And with that, we are going to do it in reverse from robot mode into their vehicle mode. In the manual, they're telling you to remove the arms and legs before transforming. But if you wanted to, you can just remove the wrist, foot, and the head. They didn't show in the manual, but you can actually do the half vehicle mode just like in that specific episode.
その結果が非効率になろうともあれが次の目標かバカでけえ
And that's how to transform into their vehicle mode. As you can see, they made a parts former for the vehicle mode and also a parts former for the combine mode. So let's say if they really wanted to, like just got lazy or something, they could have just recycled the parts former for the car into the combination mode. If they do, we could have 3 kits in one box. But no, all we have is 2.5 men. Now on to topic, the wheels do work, you just really need to realign them properly, but then again, we are not going to leave them in vehicle mode. With that said, let's go to their combination, or rather, symmetrical docking. And that's the combination of Choryujin. So far, there are no hollowed parts, which all throughout makes it a solid kit. Only minor issue is the shoulder is the heavy part, since it is the leg part of the two kit. But despite that, the leg part still does its job, especially how big the foot is. So making Choryujin stand is not an issue. And with that, let's go to Choryujin's articulation. That is Choryujin's articulation. As you can see, due to its struck shoulders, some of the articulation are hindered. And also due to its side skirt, it can't do the full split. Also no ab crunch since it's just one solid torso. And the foot can't rotate. Anything else are just the same standard modern articulation of Plamo nowadays. And with that, let's go to stickers. Nendoroid usada pecora, Figma usada pecora, Pop-Up Parade usada pecora, Sosai Soju Teien Takanashi Koyomi, Moderoid God Gravion, BB Senshi Legend Night Gundam, High Grade Black Knight Squad Rudro, Master Grade Ill Strike Gundam version remaster, and Real Grade 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐝𝐢. The Choryujin kit brings some new ways to build a plastic model. It doesn't feel repetitive despite we are building two duplicate kits. Combining the kit definitely feels secure and no loose part. Transforming the two from vehicle mode to mecha mode doesn't feel like a chore, which is usually the concern regarding transforming kit because of the parts forming. Also, it doesn't need an action base, so you can pretty much display it either in combined form or in separate form because it can stand in its own 2 feet compared to some other model kits where you need an action base just to display it. On the reason of the plastic model kit is just top heavy, or the leg design is just physically impossible to support such weight. In conclusion, I am giving it a score of 4/5 stars. Even if you haven't watched the show, I'd say it's still a good addition to your collection because of how unique his design is. And I hope they release Choryujin next, but probably he's gonna be a P Bandai. But if we do get Choryujin, we can finally mix the 4. And hopefully they make big Volfog in the future. And with that, thank you for watching my very first video. And till next time, see ya!